Hey there! Welcome back once again. It's time for the Golden Age of DC Comics 365 Days, where I am doing this book's intended purpose, reading a page a day. I think it makes great conversation. It reminds me of the conversations we'd have at the comic book shop when we'd go and pick up our stack for the week, and just these conversations we'd get into with the guy who or the guy or gal who runs the shop, and or who anyone else who was in there. And one of my best friends gave this to me about 2 decades ago, and it's been surfing my coffee tables ever since. And you know what goes great with coffee tables and coffee table talk? Yeah, coffee. Freshly brewed, globally sourced. This is curated. It's wow. I've been turned on to a world of different coffee. Tanzanian peaberry is one of my favorites. But let's get to the golden age of DC Comics. Why don't we? The golden age of DC Comics. This book is from 2004, Abrams Press. It's a hardcover coffee table book, and it's been curated and written, the blurbs by Les Daniels, Chip Kidd, and Geoff Spear. And you can find the link in the description if you want to get your own copy and play along at home. And it's a great book. It makes a great gift. And let's get to today. Is April the 22nd. And we have an old friend with this started this huge conundrum in its own character's history of different versions and multiverses, and collapse every version into one. And it's just been so many good stories have been told with this character, and this is where it all started. Hawkman. You might know him. Yeah. This is, yeah, I'm going to read the page. I'm going to read the blurb. And let's get to it. Let's talk about Hawkman. This is art by Sheldon Moldoff from Flash Comics number 4 of April from 1940. We had not entered World War II yet here in the United States. The power of hypnotism has been known to the world for ages. When a human being is in a responsive mood, and the powers of the hypnotist great enough, the victim can be made to do or believe anything. Dun dun dun. Such a master hypnotist who has formed a secret cult to foretell the future is the Thought Terror. Sounds a lot like now? Don't say that. At the Futurist Club in New York. You have asked me to interpret your future, so be it. Then he hypnotizes with his eye rays. The man, having been hypnotized into thinking he is drunk, acts as though he is actually drunk. Oh, I'm so drunk. So drunk. Yeah. Do I get extra bonus? Do I get an Oscar? I hear there's a vacant spot in the Academy. Can I be eligible for an Oscar with my performance here? Oh, that just slaps with a bad joke. Oh, boy. And it's April 22nd. Let's read the blurb about Hawkman. Hypnotists are a lot more active in pop culture than they are in real life. Social media? Anyone? There's something fascinating about mind control, which is an ideal excuse for engaging all kinds of bad behavior. At least one professional hypnotist has admitted that guys generally go into the business in the hope of influencing girls. But there will be none of that for this hooded villain, whose motives seem more mercenary. And despite the text, it's generally not believed that the victim can be made to do or believe anything, especially if it means violating an ethical code. Hawkman, however, seems to have little use for hair splitting as he heads for the Thought Terror. Dun dun dun. Yes. Let's look at Hawkman once again. He's got a couple of speed lines. You know, he's got his whatever that is. Oh, that's his. Is that his hammer? Does he have a hammer? Is that a shield? That's a shield. What the heck is in Hawkman's hand? Who knows? Yes, but that's Hawkman. Let's I got the wiki up for Hawkman. We're gonna just read about Hawkman just real quick. He first appeared in Flash Comics #1 and was a featured character throughout the 1940s. This was Carter Hall. He was a reincarnation of the ancient Egyptian Prince Khufu. And Carter Hall discovered the mysterious nth metal, which could negate the effects of gravity and allow him to fly. He donned a costume with large wings to allow him to control his flight, and he became the crime fighter Hawkman. He also had a companion hawk named Big Red that assisted him in crime fighting. He was an archaeologist by profession. Hall used ancient weapons from the museum that he curated. And he was a charter member of the Justice Society of America, beginning with All-Star Comics in #3, winter of 1940. And in issue #8, he became the chairman. But later on, too, Hawkman, I know Hawkman from like growing up as a kid and SuperFriends and that era. And but this was great because back when there's two sides to things, and there was at least respected. Hawkman was a bit militant. He was conservative, and he would literally come to he often verbally sparred with the iconoclastic liberal hero Green Arrow, and this was through the 70s, and that was the tone that they had. But you know what? They were teammates, and they could count on each other to save each other's bacon. And they did not get along ideologically, and they continually argued. But you know what? To save the day, to save the people, for the Justice League of America, and to save Americans and as American heroes, being together, working together, getting beyond their conflicting ideas and to get the job done. And that I find to be like, wow, that's a missing ingredient in a lot of today's offerings. This offering has a lot to offer right now. And let me tell you this coffee. Oh, wow. But Hawkman's been an ongoing since 1940. I mean, it has fallow periods and then all of a sudden you get a new Hawkman title. Apparently the last Hawkman title to come out was amazing. And there were a lot of disappointed Hawkman fans really recently when it got canceled. And Hawkman will also be a huge character in the upcoming Black Adam movie. Black Adam is being played by Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Great casting. I mean, I might go see this. So yeah, we're gonna see the big screen Hawkman. So hopefully, maybe there'll be another Hawkman title. And there's a lot you can do with Hawkman, because Hawkman he dies and is reborn. So there's a lot you can do with a new character and a new person who realizes that I am a reincarnation of the ancient Egyptian prince Khufu. And you don't have to necessarily be Carter Hall or Qatar Hall or anyone. You can literally be anyone, anywhere, at any time. I mean, I believe in reincarnation. It's one of the tenets of my faith. I remember once I was on a date, and we went to a really great Pan-Asian place, and I had pad thai for the first time, and I never could get the hang of chopsticks until it was our first date, and I didn't even think about it. I just had an appeal to my inner soul and thought, hey, kid, you believe in reincarnation. You must have been Asian somewhere down the line. Why don't you just ask yourself to just pick them up and use them? So I just picked them up and I just used them in confidence. and I've never had a problem with chopsticks ever since. I just like there was a suchness to it. Like I must have done this before. I appealed to a spiritual muscle memory. Yeah, and that's how I learned how to use chopsticks. Through reincarnation. And reincarnation's a huge part of Hawkman. So, the sky is literally open for these stories. And I hope Hawkman has a huge future. And I hope that, like, they can... One of the best parts of Hawkman was Hawkwoman. It was Shira Hall and his wife. That they had a married couple. There's not a lot of married couples as positive team members. I wish that DC could find it within themselves to recreate that magic. They're reincarnated souls. They can be any modern human, but keep it to a recipe that has succeeded so many times. And it started way back in the golden age of DC Comics. The golden age of DC Comics lasted from 1938 with Action Comics number 1 to 1955. The Silver Age begins in 1956 with Showcase number 4 debuting Barry Allen, the new Flash. The Silver Age goes up until 1970. 1970 to 1985 is called the Bronze Age, and we're in some kind of nebulous catch-all modern age of comics from 1985 until now. I want more discussion about this. I think we're in a brand new age. I think we just left an age, and there could have been an age before that too. So let's talk comic books. We're going to talk about comic books every day for the rest of the year. So tune in tomorrow, 3 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time, and we're going to figure out who we're talking about and what when we turn the page tomorrow. Like and subscribe if you could be so kind. I'd love to earn your subscription. I make cooking videos. I'm a professional chef. I have a What's Cooking playlist. I'm a spiritual guy. I make gratitude lists. I have a Sunday sermon. I talk a lot about spirituality, and hopefully it will motivate you to find your purpose, and as it did with me. And also, I make daily content with about comic books, so tune in. I would love to earn your subscription. Thank you for tuning in. Cheers. Good luck. Namaste. May the force be with you. Live long and prosper. May the odds ever be in your favor. All that, don't let the muggles in. Is that what they say in Harry Potter? I don't know. But thank you so much for tuning in. And hopefully see you tomorrow. All right? Cheers. Bye-bye.